12 this week is presented by Dr. Pepper. There's nothing like a pepper. And in part by Motel 6. We'll leave the light on for you. By Phillips 66, experts in gas since 1927. And by Sirius XM Radio. Welcome to the world of Sirius XM Radio.
At Austin Box's funeral, Sooner defensive coordinator Brent Venables said Box was living his dream of being an OU football player. Though Venables lost count of Box's numerous injuries, he said there was never an option of what the next stop was. Box was always going to live that dream. Though the dream ended tragically on May 19th, Box's legacy lives on. It does so in his teammates, his family and friends, and in a special bond between a father and a son, and some precious gifts left behind. Here's ESPN's Tom Rinaldi.
To my son, I've been writing these notes to you for years, and now you're about to play your last high school game. It's gone by so fast. You've been everything I thought you would be and more. The sky is the limit for you. Work your tail off like you always have and stay focused.
The letters began when the boy was in 7th grade. One before every football game he played. Written across a decade from a father to a son.
I've thought a lot about how much joy you've provided your mom and I all these years playing the game you love. Good luck tonight and go out a winner. Love, Daddy. I wanted him to have something to let him know his daddy was watching him, his daddy cared about him, his daddy loved him, that he was special, that he was going to be special.
Big, fast, and strong, Austin Box was perhaps the best football player ever to come from Enid, Oklahoma, with one goal from the time he started receiving those letters.
Oklahoma football was it. We were raised that way, and he was in love with OU from a very early age.
He always wanted to dress like an OU football player, and that was his dream.
Austin Box came up to make the hit.
The dream came with a cost. A punishing linebacker, Box faced injuries.
And a Sooner player shaken up. It's Austin Box.
To his knee, his elbow, his back. Each season with the Sooners. Each season, he returned.
Lights out. Full throttle. He put aches and pain behind him. He loved the game more than he disliked the pain.
He would get frustrated by the injury, but he would never complain about the pain or the rehab. He just always fought to get back on the field.
On May 19th, 2 days after watching a St. Louis Cardinals game with his father, Box was found at a friend's house in El Reno, Oklahoma, unconscious and not breathing. His parents rushed to the hospital to face the unthinkable.
We watched them try to save his life and keep his heart beating, and we were there when they called his time of death. We were in the room with him, so we were there when they let him go, and we let him go.
You know, I wake up in the morning sometimes and I think he's gonna be there, he's gonna be there. But I think that's when I saw him in the funeral home, that's when I really realized that my son's never coming back. I miss him so much.
Weeks later, the family found out Austin died from a lethal combination of painkillers.
I wish I knew why. I wish I knew the what ifs. What did I miss? What did I not see? There were no signs to me. There was nothing.
My wife and I beat ourselves up over it. Never saw a sign. He made a tragic mistake, and I honestly believe he had no earthly idea or appreciate the significance of what he did. And so I have guilt that maybe there was something that I didn't see.
From the start of this season, the Sooners have honored Box's memory in different ways. From the preservation of his locker, to placing his helmet on the practice field, to the most powerful, the wearing of his jersey, number 12, by a different defensive player every game this season.
12! 1, 2, 3, 12!
I can watch the number 12 and root for whoever's wearing it and really want that player to maybe do better than all the other defensive players, but whenever they've worn that jersey, they've honored Austin.
As the season has worn on, it is such a tribute because they all wear it with such pride.
That player wearing 12 and the importance and the recognition had nothing to do with Austin as a football player. Those people knew how he was, what he was, how they knew he cared about them.
There have been no letters to write this season, so Craig Box has read the old ones from the stack he found in his son's bedside table. A few lines or a few pages. Austin kept them all.
To me, they represent a father's love for his son and the son's love and respect for his father. That he kept them and they meant so much to him. It's just something we had. Son, play for your family, play for pride, play for yourself, but most of all, for fun and for the love of the game. Love, Daddy.
Two BCS powerhouses battle